Hi guys, it's track by track reaction. You're probably sick of me saying that by now. I'm not sick of it. I could do this all day with Eclipse. I really could. So Eclipse's album, by the time you listen to this, the album will be out. Megalomanium, the ninth album on Frontiers by Eclipse, September the 1st. So we're up to track 10, the penultimate track. It's called One Step Closer to You. We haven't had a ballad yet. I think this could be it, because they don't usually end on ballads, so I am really getting excited about hearing this. Could it be a ballad? If it's not, I'll have to deal with it, won't I? But here we go. This is One Step Closer to You. Yeah, man, it's not a ballad, but it's fucking brilliant. Absolutely love this. This has got some of the elements that they've brought into this album for sure. Some of the attitude they brought into this album, which is a great addition to Eclipse's sound. They've always had a bit of an attitude about them, a bit of a swag, but there's a little bit more on this album. That attitude is there, a bit like on the song The Hardest Part Is Losing You and Got It. That sort of attitude here. That sort of, it's not punk, but it's got a punk attitude towards it, slight elements of a punk attitude. And I think that's present here as well, lyrically as well. You know, I think there's lyrics there like you're whining like a little baby or something like that, or crying like a little baby. It's cool. It's sort of, you know, there's nothing, they've never sort of explored them elements before, I don't think, in their songs. And it gives a fresh take on the Eclipse's sound as well, which what they're always after, you know, on the next album. I know we're thinking a couple of years ahead, but on the next album, they'll introduce something else that's a bit different to keep. It's fucking hard, isn't it? Because I want Eclipse. I love Eclipse as they are, but if they do stand still too much, people will drop off and lose interest. You have to keep those elements alive, you know, and add things to them. And that's why, you know, and we talk about Eric Martinson and his love for AC/DC. I spoke about it in the last song, I think. But you've got to think AC/DC hasn't really changed that much over the years. And that's why people still hang on to the old stuff. You know, you can't, and you know, like I'm one of them, probably. I'm one of them, you know, anything up to Back in Black. And after that, I'm a little bit, it's all right, but it's nothing like it was. And that's because they don't change their sound enough. They don't do enough to them. They can still be AC/DC, but change things a little bit. And I think if you take AC/DC as an example, Through the Mists of Time was my favourite song off the last AC/DC album. And that's the one that sounds the least like AC/DC. It still sounds like them, but it's different elements. And I think that's what Eclipse are really clever at doing. making it sound like Eclipse, but giving you little elements of it as well. And that's what this song does. That's what probably 4 or 5 of these songs I have done on this album. Not massive changes to lose fans, but almost to gain fans, because, you know, they bring those fans in that maybe liked them a little bit, but now they've got this attitude about them now, and perhaps they will like them a little bit more. I don't know. It's very clever, and it's a hard balance for any band to do, to keep all the fans happy, keep the old fans happy, and gain some new ones as well. It must be hard. But I think Eclipse are a great example of that. They are the example of doing that, keeping fans happy, but also adding elements to gain new fans. And I think this album could be a breakthrough album for them, even though I think they've broken through quite recently in recent years and been really successful. This could take them one step further, because it's going to bring in a wide audience, I think, and make them into the band and the popular band that I think they so deserve to be. I mean, they're doing some great live support stuff for people around, some stadium supports. I want to see them headlining. Well, I don't, because I want to see them in a little place. That's just selfish. That's me being selfish. I'd rather see them, you know, in a little pub somewhere. But, you know, if they carry on like they are, you're not going to see that. They're going to be, you know, they should be headlining at least, maybe not stadiums, but they should be arenas easily by now, in my opinion. You know, well, I'd like to headline stadiums, but they you know, arenas. Why ain't they doing that? They got that sound where they should be massive, you know. But that's just the way of the world, isn't it? It's just what people like. But man, I think everyone who in the melodic hard rock genre loves this band. Is there enough of those people out there though, into melodic hard rock, for this band to get bigger and bigger and bigger? I don't know. But they're fucking amazing, wherever they are. This is a great song. It's got loads of emotion, although it's, you know, I did mention, is it going to be the ballad? I thought it was when it started. But although it's not a ballad, the Eclipse have always got this emotion running through them, where they, you know, they've got this feel about them, and it's almost like they transport me a little bit. And there's a few bands that do that. Scorpions do it, especially their older stuff. You know, when you listen to Holiday or Still Loving You, or you know, any of those sort of not old, you know, not the old albums before they completely changed their sound. But I was an 80s Scorpions fan, and you sort of get transported when you hear some of their songs, maybe to a different country, or you makes you feel a certain way. There's not many bands that do that. Eclipse do that to me. One of the few bands that do. Amazing band. Can't wait to hear the rest of this song. It's been an amazing ride. I love that little. They've got this. This has got that little folky sound as well that they've developed over the years. For a few years now, a few albums, they developed that little folky sound that they've got running through the music as well. The Eclipse sound this one's got as well. Here we go for the rest, guys. Yeah, man, just brilliant. I love again, they use that slightly like the sound they got on Bite the Bullet, the first part of Bite the Bullet, that effect on the guitar again reminds me of the Shadows a little bit. I don't know, I hope the band ain't offended by that, but that's the first thing I thought of when I heard Bite the Bullet. That effect they got on that guitar, that old sort of 60s, maybe even further back sort of sound on the guitar. Very cool indeed that they add elements like that. And that's what I mean. There's not other bands that even risk that sort of stuff, is there? I like the fact that Eclipse risk things, you know, and they try different stuff out, and 100% of the time it pays off for me. It does. They've never done anything I'd thought, oh, that's a bad decision. I've never thought that. And yet again, throughout this album, the 10 tracks, 1 to go so far, every time I thought it's the perfect choice. Everything was the perfect choice. Whatever they do in a song, and that's great songwriting. That's knowing your audience. That's knowing how to write a song. Guys, we've got 1 song to go. That one's one step closer to you. The last one is Forgiven. Can't wait to hear it. I really can't. The last track is always a classic as far as Eclipse is concerned. Guys, let me know what you think of One Step Closer to You in the comments below, and I'll see you for the last track.